Okay, so in the next few videos, I'm going to be showing you some more advanced features for the program section. This is going to show you how to delay program modules. This is also going to show you how to create bonus modules and how to force completion order. I'm also going to show you how to restrict access to certain modules so that you can create VIP modules, for example, within your program without having to duplicate the entire thing. So this is going to be over the course of the next 2 or 3 videos. So let's go through them one by one. First, let's start with our limits, setting completion order, and also creating a drip sequence for releasing your modules. So currently, if someone accesses this course, they've got access to all of the modules and they can complete this program however they want. They can jump straight to week 3 and go through whatever lessons we've got here. We don't have any, but they can go ahead and do that if they want to. But what if we don't want that to happen? What if we want to create an evergreen feeling program, or we want to make sure that they are going through each lesson as they are supposed to? Well, what we're going to do is come here to our settings, and we're going to scroll down to our limits. And you'll see here we've got completion order, and it's currently set to any order. So if I want my students to go through each lesson one by one and stop them from jumping to module 5, lesson 6 without having completed everything before that module, then I'm going to go ahead and say, nope, I want to force program order. They have to go through lesson by lesson in order to unlock the next lesson and the next module. Then we have our delay setting. So currently that's set to no. So the whole program will be presented to them. And with the forced program order setting turned on, they're going to just go through one by one, but they can complete the entire program in a day if they so chose. But what if we don't want to do that? What if we want to make it feel like this is a live feeling program, that the modules are going to get released week by week as we work through it together as a community? We can go ahead and do that by enabling our delay. It's then going to give us this nice little handy note that says to set delays, configure them individually for each module in the module settings. So we're going to scroll up here and we're going to save these changes that we've made. We're going to navigate back to our program. So now we've got our welcome module, week 1, week 2, week 3. If I come here to my settings, you'll see I've got a delay setting now. Previously, this would have been hidden. But what I'm going to do is not add a delay to my welcome module. I want my students to get access to this program. They've got access to the welcome module, and somewhere in there it says, next week, we're going to start with module 1. I'll see you there. You'll get an email with a reminder that sends out to your audience when week 1's module has been released. So to do that, we're going to come here. We're going to come to our settings for module 1 or week 1, and we're going to say, yes, we want a delay. And it's going to be 7 days after enrollment. So they've enrolled. They're now going to wait until the starting date of this course, which is 7 days after enrollment. And then week 1 will be released. So this module will now appear 7 days after the previous module and 7 days after enrollment. So that is 7 days after they've got access to this, 7 days after they've enrolled. And you'll see we've got our nice little note here that says when that delay is going to take place. And we can go ahead and add these delays to each module. So I'm going to come here to settings for week 2. I'm also going to make this delayed. And I also want this to be 7 days after my previous module. So now you'll see that this module appears 7 days after the previous module and 14 days after enrollment. So you don't have to do any maths. You don't have to be like, okay, they enrolled on this date, and then I want them to get access to module 1 7 days later, and then, okay, what's 7 plus 7, 14? You don't have to do basic maths. You just have to put in how many days after the previous module you want it to be delayed. So you don't have to do any fancy calculations or anything. The system does it for you. So we're going to do that for the last one as well. We're just going to add our 7-day delay, and we're going to hit save. All right, so there we go. We've now created a live feeling program where our students have to go through lesson by lesson. They can't just skip around. They have to go through lesson by lesson to unlock the next one, and then they have their delays. So 7 days after they enroll, they'll get access to this one, and week by week, each module will roll out. So that is how you can force program order and how you can create module delays. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to create a bonus module. I'll see you there.